Yes, be ready for the dictation. Start. The writ petitions were defended by the Union of India but not by respondents 2 to 37. The above objections were answered by the Learned Counsel for respondent number 1, Dr. L. M. Singhvi, as follows. Under Article 312, only the service as a whole, but not each cadre of it, was to be common to the Union and the states. Stop. Alternatively, the Union Territories cadre is common to the Union and the states either because the conditions of recruitment and service of the officers appointed to the Union Territories cadre are the same as those governing other members of the service allocated to other state cadre, or because the Union Territories are states. Stop. The requirement of Section 3 of the Act of 1951 for consultation with the state government is directory and no mandatory. Stop. Sub-rule bracket 5 of Rule 4 of the recruitment rules authorizes the central government to recruit persons directly to the Union Territories cadre at its initial constitution, while the subsequent recruitment is to be made to the service, after which officers may be allocated to this cadre. Stop. The petitioners have no locus standi to challenge the formation of Union Territories cadre, which is only an extension of the Delhi-Himachal Pradesh cadre, in which the petitioners have served for a long time after being allocated to it. Stop. The petitioners cannot challenge the appointments of respondents 2 to 37, as the petitioners are in no way affected by these appointments. Stop. The first question is whether the Union Territories cadre was an all-India service common to the Union and the states within the meaning of Article 312 bracket 1 of the Constitution. Stop. A service has two elements. Stop. It is a body of persons and it performs certain functions. Stop. Both these elements of the service have to be common to the Union and the states. Stop. The body of officers forming the service must have a mobility. Stop. For most of the time they serve a state. Stop. But for some time they also serve the Union. Stop. The officers of the Union Territories cadre would serve either in the Union Territories or in the Central Secretariat. Stop. If both times they are in the central government, then they do not have mobility of moving from a state to the central government and vice versa. Stop. Further, the officers of the Union Territories cadre will not be actually working and discharging functions by rotation under the state and the central government, but will be working all the time under the central government. Stop. The Union Territories cadre, therefore, is not a service which can be said to be common to the Union and the states either in respect of its personnel or in respect of work done by it. Stop. Dr. Singhvi urged, however, that it is the service as a whole which alone has to be common to the states and the Union. Each cadre of such service need not be so common. Stop. The answer of this argument is that the service consists only of cadres. Stop. Without cadres it would have no existence. Stop. If the requirement of commonness were to be dispensed with in respect of each cadre of the service, then a common service would cease to exist as recognized in the observation of the Supreme Court in Dibesh Chandra Das versus Union of India (1) in paragraph (10) of the judgment that the cadres of the Indian Administrative Service are to be found in the states only. Stop. There is no cadre in the Government of India. Stop. Rule 6 of the cadres rules provides for the deputation of officers of state cadres for service under the central government or in the state government. Stop. If a cadre is not to be common to the union and the states, then the union would not get any officers from the deputation reserves from the state cadres, and the superior posts under it would remain unmanned. Stop. The states would have with them a surplus of officers as the strength of the cadre of each state, including a number of deputation reserves officers who are surplus to the needs of the states but are appointed to man the central government posts.